my book and take him aside afterwards and let's go through the footage, check his body awareness. Was he ready for the ball, or did he just not dive because he's uncomfortable diving? And a great lesson for me there, that freedom to fail, was Brian Lara again, 2003 Cricket World Cup. The first match that we played was against the West Indies, and we kind of said, okay, we want to try and strategize and be quite technical in this, because 99 hadn't worked out so good for us either. If you remember the 99 World Cup semi-finals against Australia. So 2003, we're trying a different approach. So let's kind of mark, these are the important games. Obviously, every game is important, but the must-win games. Because if we win this game or that game, then Super Sixes, we end up in this stage with these opponents. And let's try and make our pathway to the semis and the final for us as efficient and as smooth as possible. Just say, no guarantees. So the first game against the West Indies was identified as one of these must-win crucial games. And we lost by 3 runs. Brian Lara got 100 again. And he's entitled to. He can play. 3 runs. And I was sitting in the dressing room, and I have a couple of fingers that go around corners, because cricket balls and fingers, cricket balls and hands are fine, but cricket balls and fingers they're not a good combination. So anyway, so I was sitting in the dressing room, and World Cup you get 3 days off between the games, so you've got time to recover if there are any injuries. I was sitting in that dressing room, the South African dressing room, after that West Indies game, where we've lost by 3 runs. And we've all explained, we've sat down in this team discussion, mapped out the path that we want to go. This game is crucial for us. We not have to win it, but we must win it. I'm sitting there thinking, we've lost by 3 runs. The ball that I'm nursing a finger, because Brian Lara, as he does cut so well, cut one past me, I dived full length, it clipped the end of my finger, and it went for 4. And now I'm thinking, okay, if only I'd had 2 more inches. Now I watch Coffee with Karan, so I know that women don't worry about size. Size doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm thinking, if only I had 2 more inches. The ball hitting the end of my finger, or the ball hitting the palm of my hand. And what you do when you catch a cricket ball, you actually train the brain that pain is good. Because if you pick up something hot, the amazing thing is the first thing you do is you squeeze it, the brain registers it's hot, you let it go and you burn. Cricket ball, it stings your hand, it's stinging, let it go, no, I've got to hold on to it. So you train your brain to just react slightly differently. But when it hits your fingertip, you get all sorts of trouble. So without those extra 2 inches arm length, I missed the ball. Well, it caught the end of my finger and it still went to the boundary because he hit it so hard. So I'm sitting in the dressing room thinking, man, if I just had those 2 extra inches, I could have stopped the ball. We could have won the run. Won the game. Those are the 4 runs that we needed. But after 10 minutes of feeling sorry for myself, because I gave myself 10 minutes to sulk, and then you've got another game to play. Tomorrow is another day. So whether you've done well or badly, the team has won. From your performance, or you've let the team down, you leave it in the dressing room, you pack your gear, and you go. World Cup, every 2-3 days, as I said, you've got to prepare and you've got to get ready for the next game. So after my 10 minutes of feeling sorry for myself that I've let the team down, I kind of packed my stuff away saying, well, at least I know. Because if I'd stood there and the ball had gone past me and I hadn't dived for the ball, then I would have been more than unhappy, because I would never have known if I had gone full length, could I have stopped the ball. And that freedom to fail, for me, as I said, is vital for success. The freedom to fail is vital for success. We don't like to fail, but every now and again it does happen. So what happens when you fail? What do you look at? People keep asking me that. Well, what do you do? Doesn't work out. You can get a good delivery. The umpires can get, okay, it's DRS now, but you can get a bad decision. There wasn't DRS in my time. You can get a bad decision. It does happen. Or you can play a bad shot. You can make a mistake. So then what do you do? Is it like the end of the world if you failed? For us, it was a case of what is the process? Okay, we've done the work. Same thing now if I'm coaching with Mumbai Indians. I watch a guy and he drops a catch and misses the ball. What's the process been like? Has he been hiding from me the whole week? Or the 2 days that we've had off between games? Has he been hiding from my fielding practices? Or has he been there? Has he been putting in the effort? And the same applied to me. If I got out, if I dropped the ball, what has my process been like in the preparation to the game? Because there is no guarantee of the result. You can work as hard as you want. That's all I want to see. What is the preparation about? So those are our focus. How are we prepared? Less about the opposition and more about what are we doing in our focus to achieving our goal. Doesn't work, were we on top of our game in the build-up to it? And we move on from there. So very, very important. The last thing I'd like to sort of leave with in the conversation is the importance of egg run. I mean, yesterday was not that important. So I really did 100 more. So one more run wasn't going to make it. But in a T20 context, most of the games come down to the last over. In fact, last ball even. Getting 6 to win, 4 to win in the final. One more run was all the difference. If they only needed 2, they were scampered home. Or 3 to win and 2 to tie, could have been a super over, different result. So that one run for me is key. And if all 11 players, including the wicketkeeper, so if it drops off the batsman's pad, the keeper's in and he's scurrying around, each player saves me 1 run. You dive on the boundary and you pull it back, they run 3, but you've saved that 1 run, we are winning. We're in the winning process here. 1 run will save us. The 1 run that you save can win us the game. In the 1999 World Cup, I referred back earlier, I referred to that. We tied the match with Australia. We didn't lose the game. We tied the match with Australia. Because they had a superior net run rate throughout the tournament, they went through and gave Pakistan a hiding in the final. But we tied the game. 1 more run. 2003, we hosted the World Cup in South Africa. Not for very long. You guys hosted and you won it. I mean, that's not very gracious at all. No other team has done that. You guys actually read this all here. If you host the World Cup, the ICC, you guys don't read the ICC memos. You host the World Cup, you can't have the cup. You can take all the income from the tourists, but you can't have the cup. We didn't read that. Bit like the Duckworth Lewis. We didn't read that either, 2003. Playing against Sri Lanka, I'd broken the finger, so I was out the team. So I'm not taking any responsibility whatsoever. 2003 was the last game of our pool game. We needed to win against Sri Lanka to go through. So, rain came down in Durban. Mark Boucher was batting with Lance Klusener. Boucher's facing Murali. Hits him for 6. The Duckworth-Lewis score is what it says on the board. He's achieved it. So he defends the next ball. It's the last ball of the over. Because the rain is starting to fall. Because with Duckworth-Lewis, if you get out, the asking rate is then adjusted. So he thought, I can't get out now, I've got to just defend it. But the score on the Duckworth-Lewis, what it said was to tie the game. It's very important to read the fine print. You can host the World Cup, you can't win it. You guys didn't read that. We didn't read the Duckworth-Lewis. We tied the game, we got 1 point each with Sri Lanka. We were out the tournament. 1 more run, that's all we needed. And in a positive frame, 434, Australia scored against South Africa at the Wanderers in Johannesburg. Anybody remember that game?
Yes.
434 is not a bad score. World record at the time. Half of the course these days. But world record at the time. 434. South Africa scored 438. Win the match. Win the series. It was 2-2 in the series. Everyone's talking, or Australia's talking about South Africa choking the game. We'd been 2-0 up in the series. We had now let it slip to 2-2. The last game, Australia scored 434. In reply, Herschel Gibbs, 175. Graham Smith, 90 of about 60 balls. Well, he last two was retired, fortunately by then, so he wasn't playing. So we were retired the game again. What happens now? Andrew Hall is batting. Mark Boucher's gone 40-something. Andrew Hall comes out to bat number 10. He's a decent all-rounder. He hits Brett Lee. It's the last over. But we're 9 wickets down because everyone who's come to the crease has been whack, 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 out. Tuck, 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 out. Wicket, runs. Last over. We have 2 wickets standing. We need 6 runs to win. Andrew Hall hits a ball for 4 off Brett Lee. And now this ball is 430 runs old. It's travelled into the stadium often. It's reverse swinging like crazy. No need to even assist the ball. Kookaburra has been flying everywhere. That bird is now, he's tired. He's been hurt. So the ball's reverse swinging. Brett Lee at the time, him and Sharp, fastest bowlers in the world. Mackay and Tini comes to bat. We still need now. Andrew Hall hit the first ball for 4. Next ball he tries again to go over the head, but on catches him. So now we're still 2 runs, 1 run to tie, 2 runs to win. Number 11 batsman comes in to face Brett Lee. Mackay and Tini. So I got dropped from Test cricket for 2 years because I had a backlift that was more suited for the sweep and the reverse sweep than back foot cover drive. So for 2 years, I had to work on my technique because I was often caught second slip, gully area. So I know an outside edge when I see one because I played it very often. I saw it. Makai Ntini tells the team how he glides the ball. I think it's like that, maybe a little lower. And so in-swing, reverse swing in Yorker from Red League on middle stump. And luckily Makai has backed away because he's a bit scared. But he's backed away and he's dug out this Yorker and he says he's glided the ball to third man. They get an egg run, just one. So now scores are tied. Next ball, Mark Boucher hits it for 4. South Africa win. So from 4-3-4 to 4-3-8, 2 balls remaining, 1 wicket. South Africa win the game and the series. Makai Ntini has, now I'm working for Standard Bank as the sponsor. So I've got this trophy that I've been shining to give to Grant Smith. Suddenly Ricky Ponting's about to take it. Now I'm sitting there all depressed. And I see Makai Ntini hit a single, come off from the game with Mark Boucher. I've got it, as I've said, down there for the presentation, the post-match presentation, and the biggest smile you have seen on somebody's face. Makai Ntini. He has bowled, at that stage, #1 ranking in the world in ICC. ICC. I keep forgetting with my bosses. He's the #1 ranked bowler in the world. So he can bowl a bit. He bowled his 10 overs for 91 runs. Has a bad day at the office. No matter where, has a bad day at the office. He scores 1 run. And he's smiling like this. What are you talking? Why are you so happy? Hey, Joe. My 1 run. Give 175, there's the 90. Without my 1 run. You scored 1. It won the game for some. He was right, 100% right. And I think too often we, to put things into context, whether it's in a corporate environment, how many employees worldwide? 117,000 employees worldwide. So what is the point of me just getting out of my box and doing a little bit more? Because somebody else will contribute. Anybody else can contribute. 117,000 employees worldwide. What is the point of me doing that little bit extra? It won't even be noticed. At home, in our communities, in our areas. It's the municipality's issue. It's the government's issue. It's the CEO's issue. It's my team leader's issue. What's the point of me getting involved? Because my 1 run is not going to make any difference. My contribution won't even be felt in an organization this big. And I'm here to tell you, I've seen it with my very own eyes, good and bad, that 1 run, that egg run, makes a massive contribution to the team's result, to the end result. And that's what I want to... This is my monologue, because I'd love to handle a few questions from the floor. But that's what I do want to leave with you in an organization as big as this, a team environment where each and every one of you, your contribution is essential. It really is. Whether it's here at work, at home in your communities, your 1 run, your contribution to what is taking place around you is essential for the team, for the community to achieve its goal. So don't sit back and go, there's no point, or even if I get involved, or even if I step out and take a risk to do a little bit extra, it's not going to make a difference. It does make a difference. Thank you.